Hi my friends, I feel like it's been so long since we've talked. February just got really busy. I don't know how February was for you guys, but I would love to know in the comments, how was February for you? What's something you're happy you accomplished during the month? And what are you looking forward to in March? I'll go first. Like I said, February was very busy. We started off the month traveling to LA, which was so much fun. We originally went because like we're huge, my husband and I were huge basketball fans. And if you know anything about basketball, the Lakers and Golden State are both in California. So yeah, the Lakers were playing Golden State at Crypto Center. I keep wanting to say Staples Center. I need to get that through my head. But anyway, they were playing each other at Crypto, so of course we had to go. So we just went for like 3 days, I think it was, but it was well worth it. Got to see LeBron and Steph play, which are two of our favorite players, at the moment at least. And we saw like a college friend because he lives out there. What else? Oh, we went to the Jennifer Hudson show. That was a lot of fun. I feel like I told you guys in my last video maybe, but maybe not. But yeah, we went to the Jennifer Hudson show. That was so much fun. Funny story. So when we got there, I noticed that like one of the workers, we like both went to the bathroom at the same time. So like when I was coming out of the bathroom, she was like going in or whatever. And like I held the door open for her and I was like, I don't know why. I feel like God was saying, remember that face. So I was like, okay, I'll remember. Come time to like sit down at the show, because if you haven't been to a taping in California, you like go to like a waiting area before the show, then they lead you into the actual studio. Then when you're in the studio, you have to wait some more. So it's a lot of waiting, but it paid off in our favor in this situation. So as soon as we got up to like be sat or whatever from I think they were directors or when the workers came to like sit us basically, she saw us and she was like, oh, you guys want to be like right in front? I think I want to put you right in front. And I was like, oh yes, of course. I was all for it. My husband, he was like, I'm gonna be nervous. And I was like, Peter, we'll be fine. So yeah, we sat in the front row. Our episode airs March 25th, I think it is. So you guys can record it if you want, but it was a really good show. My favorite part was that Mel Robbins was on the show. I was not familiar with who Mel Robbins was until this very show. And I must say I'm a fan now because she gave everybody a free copy of her book, The Let Them Theory. I actually have it back here. Let me grab it. This book is so good. And I don't really read self-help, but this I read in like a week, okay? I had to pace it out a bit just because I was reading a few other books at the time. But if you have not checked out The Let Them Theory by Mel Robbins, you really should. Somebody who is approaching their 30s and trying to learn the art of just not caring what others think, because like I said in previous videos, tend to overthink a bit. But yeah, this is helping me a lot. Just the lessons I was able to learn from this book have really helped me in the past, honestly, few weeks or so that I've read it. So yes, if you're on the fence about reading it, I feel like you should. Again, here's what it looks like. So pretty. I just like showing the cover too because I like a pretty cover, as we all know. But yeah, what else happened in February? We celebrated Valentine's Day, of course. That was a lot of fun. I don't know if this is like a national chain or not, but definitely in the Chicago area, it is Seasons 52. We love their food. So yes, we had to go there. That's about all we did though. We just wanted to go to a nice dinner, keep it chill this year. And yeah, besides that, I've been busy at work, a lot of stuff to do at work, at church, with family and friends. So yeah, I'm happy that March is here. February was also busy with a lot of good reading. I read quite a few books in February. My top 3 though, I would have to say are Parable of the Sower and Parable of the Talents by Octavia Butler. I read those 2 books in days of each other, and my goodness, if you have not read these books, okay, let me show you the cover on my phone of Parable of the Talents at least, or Parable of the Sower at least, so that you guys can see. But this is the book, Parable of the Sower, and then Parable of the Talents is currently being read, but it will be done by February 28th. It is the 27th right now. But when I say it's scarily accurate, I'm actually worried. That's all I'll say. If you read these books, you know what I'm talking about. And Octavia Butler was truly truly ahead of her time and is scary. I'm just glad that I read these books when I did, okay? So yeah, those are really good. And the third book I consider one of my top books of the month is Homegoing by Yagyasi. I think that's how you say their last name. This book, it was so good that like when I finished it, I started crying and I didn't even realize I had tears in my eyes. Like I didn't realize it had affected me that way. But yeah, all I could say is it follows two half-sisters throughout generations of their family from slavery to today, basically. And just the things that their family members go through throughout the generations. And I found it to be really eye-opening, just some of the storylines that were explored and just how slavery kind of just followed the family and honestly just trauma. Yeah, it is trauma. Trauma followed the family throughout the generations. And yeah, if you have not read this book, highly recommend. Again, another 5-star. Parable of the Sower and Parable of the Talents was also 5 stars. So yeah, I read a total of 7 books this month and 1 short story. I feel like I accomplished a lot, so I'm proud of myself. But we must get into what we are reading in March. Gonna try to do this quickly because my camera is low-key playing with me and it's about to die. Reading Brooklyn and reading Hold You Down. Now, these were supposed to be read in February, but as we know, I'm a bit of a mood reader, so yeah, that didn't happen. But I plan to read these because they are library books and I have to get them back. I am so excited for these books because I have seen great reviews on Book Talk and the covers are beautiful. I heard this author was very well respected. Unfortunately, she has passed. But I am very excited to read her work and I know that I'm going to love these books. Okay, just gonna read the back of both of the books. Brooklyn, I'm just gonna read the synopsis up top. In her final and arguably best book, Tracy Brown crafts a tale about a master manipulator and serial survivor who will scorch earth to get what she wants. When she is found murdered, the question isn't who killed her, it's who wouldn't. Okay, so Hold You Down is set in New York City, the late 80s to early 90s. Basically, the two main characters are Mercy and Lennox. Mercy is the quiet, straight-laced hospital administrator struggling to make ends meet. At nights and on weekends, she pours her heart into her cooking and her dream of owning her own restaurant. Lennox, on the other hand, is the diva, the wild child, looking for excitement and her big come-up in life and love. Their boys have been raised more like brothers than cousins, forging a bond that is unbreakable. But Lennox begins to head down the wrong path, it sounds, and it results in choices that the family members would rather not have to make, but they find themselves in sticky situations, it seems. So I'm excited to read these. Oh my gosh. I don't know which one to start with first. I don't know. I'll have to decide. But I have to start with these books low-key because they're due March 10th and I already renewed them. So yeah, gotta get to them. Next book, I'm doing a fantasy. Sorry, I just wanted to show you guys the pages. My husband bought this for me. Like I said in one of my last videos, I felt left out when it came to Onyx Storm. So needless to say, I'm starting Fourth Wing. I am joining in on the fun. I hope I love it. Trying to decide if I want to do an immersive reading on this one. I'll let you guys know what I decide. And then we have a beautiful thriller. Look at this cover. Basically, this follows an 8-year-old. She unalives one of her classmates and she never faces any consequences. 20 years later, somebody seems to be sabotaging her and they might know her secret. So yeah, I feel like this is going to be a very quick read because from the plot, it just sounds like it's going to be a page turner. So hopefully this is a 5-star because I haven't had a good thriller in quite some time, if I remember correctly. I feel like I'm reading a lot of romance because of February and historical fiction because of Black History Month. But yeah, I'm excited for a good thriller, so I hope this one does not disappoint. And then I'll probably throw some audiobooks into the mix. Like, not 100% sure, but if I do, it will be Take a Hike by Mimi Grace. I need to finish out that series of hers, so that is on my list of audiobooks to possibly read or listen to, whatever you choose to say. And then another one is 7 Days in June. I've been meaning to read this for so long, so if I can make it in March, I will. My thing is, okay, let's get into like a mini conversation before I close this out. My thing is, I've been reading a lot of audiobooks lately, and I've realized when I do that and I try to read a physical book after, it's hard for me to read physical books after I listen to an audiobook. And I don't want to lose that feeling of, oh, I'm reading a physical book. I can turn the page, use a bookmark, you know. So I might be taking a little hiatus from listening to audiobooks. I'll have to decide. But does anybody else feel like when you read audiobooks consistently, it's hard to pick up a physical book or e-reading book? Because I do, and yeah, I don't know. It's like, maybe it's me wanting to, I don't know. I just feel like I lose focus so much easier if I've been consistently listening to audiobooks and then boom, I try to force myself to read a physical book. So yeah, maybe it's like a little self-exploration that I need to do. But okay, it was nice catching up with you guys. Glad I was able to tell you guys how February was for me. Go over the books I read last month and share my TBR list with you guys. As always, I hope that you have a good week, a good month, a great day. If you would like more of this content, don't forget to subscribe, and I will talk to you guys later.